Passion Global.
Kumaran, all yours.
Thank you, Mabel. Okay, let me share the screen. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, very good evening, brothers, kings, queens, all brand ambassadors, and especially brother Colin from UK. Okay, today presentation I just continued from last week. Okay, last week I was talking about the next wave that is about artificial intelligence, and we is in a billion. The industry itself, 2022 is about 1,591 billion. Sorry, 190 billion. But in 2030 is going to reach 1,591 billion. So it is a big industry, and that's why our CEO, remember, he mentioned all founders, please stay alive, stay healthy for another 6 years. So this is going to be a big volume of business involved. So basically, it involves transports, healthcare, banking, finance, in advertisement, in manufacturing, in education, and human resource, also in defense. So today, since today is a special day, today's presentation I'm dedicated to Brother Colin, because it's something like a glass of water. If you buy the value of the glass of water, if you buy in a restaurant, it's less than few pennies or cents, right? But then if you go to the restaurant, hotel, then the price is higher, the value goes up. But if you buy water in an airplane like Air Asia, it's very expensive. So the value I'm going to share today, since the Old Tech Bros brothers are here, is totally different. So I'm not going to share. My avatar is going to share.
Good morning, good evening, dear brand ambassadors. Hello, Dr. Bill William, Dr. Derek, John Barilla, kings and queens. Also, a special guest, King Colin Manay from the UK. Thank you, Mabel, for making me the speaker today. When you hear news about artificial intelligence, AI, it might be easy to assume it has nothing to do with you. You might imagine that artificial intelligence is only something the big tech giants are focused on, and that AI doesn't impact your everyday life. In reality, artificial intelligence is encountered by most people from morning until night. Here are best examples of how AI is already used in our everyday lives.
10 powerful examples of artificial intelligence. If you looked up the term artificial intelligence on Google and found your way to this video, you've used AI. If you've ever taken an Uber or had your phone autocorrect a misspelled word, you've used AI. Although it may not always be immediately obvious, artificial intelligence impacts nearly all aspects of our lives in a nearly uncountable number of ways. In this video, we'll take a look at 10 examples of how artificial intelligence saves us time, money, and energy in our everyday life. 1. Maps and navigation. AI has drastically improved traveling. Instead of having to rely on printed maps or directions, you can now use Waze or Google or Apple Maps on your phone and type in your destination. So how does the application know where to go? And what's more, the optimal route barriers, and traffic congestions? Not too long ago, only satellite-based GPS was available, but now artificial intelligence is being incorporated to give users a much more enhanced experience. It makes our ride easier as it suggests to us about the traffic, distance left, and voice suggestion of the route. 2. Smart cars. Autonomous vehicles are prime examples of how artificial intelligence is impacting the automotive industry. A large segment of autonomous vehicles are connected and thus able to share the learning with each other. This percentage is set to increase rapidly in the future. Smart cars are one of the areas where AI is increasing its importance. Not only big companies like Tesla, but many of the other companies are using automation in their vehicles. Artificial intelligence implements computer vision, image detection, and deep learning to build cars that can automatically detect objects and drive around without human intervention. 3. Text editors or autocorrect. AI algorithms use machine learning, deep learning, and natural language processing to identify incorrect usage of language and suggest corrections in word processors, texting apps, and every other written medium, it seems. Linguists and computer scientists work together to teach machines grammar, just like you were taught at school. The algorithms are taught through high-quality language data, so when you use a comma incorrectly, the editor will catch it. 4. Facial detection and recognition. Using virtual filters on our faces when taking pictures and using Face ID for unlocking our phones are two examples of artificial intelligence that are now part of our daily lives. The former incorporates face detection, meaning any human face is identified. The latter uses face recognition, through which a specific face is recognized. Facial recognition is also used for surveillance and security by government facilities and airports. 5. Smartphones. Now also you are using your smartphone while watching this video. There is no need to tell you the importance of smartphones in our lifestyle, as everyone is aware of the fact that we cannot imagine our lives without smartphones. Whether you know or not, you are interacting with AI. We know that Google Assistant, Siri are all examples of AI in our phone. But not everyone knows that portrait mode in the camera is also based on artificial intelligence. There are many more features in our smartphones that use AI, and in the coming future, we will see many more features because of artificial intelligence. 6. Smart home devices. Rise of AI has exceptionally solidified the term smart home. A significant number of smart home devices that you buy use AI to learn your behavior so that they can adjust their settings automatically to make your experience as frictionless as possible. These smart home devices are controlled by using smart voice assistants, which are prime examples of AI. These techniques are part of our lives thanks to data science. While it's true that it'll take a significant time for us to see a perfect AI-powered home capable of reacting to our choices in real lives, steps are already being made to bring this to the real world. Already, there are smart lights that can change intensity and color based on time and thermostats that can adjust the temperature based on user preference. 7. Social media. If you're thinking that emergence of autonomous vehicles isn't having any impact on you personally, as they're not in your city yet, how about something without using which your day doesn't end? Yes, we're talking about social media. If Facebook isn't your thing, maybe it's Twitter or Snapchat or Instagram or any of the other available social media apps. The fact is, when you're using social media, a majority of your decisions are being influenced by artificial intelligence. From notifications that you receive to feeds that you see in the timeline, everything is curated by AI. It considers all your past web searches, interactions, behaviors, and everything else done by you during your visit to these websites and tailors your experience according to that. 8. Chatbots. As a customer, interacting with customer service can be time-consuming and stressful. For companies, it's an inefficient department that is typically expensive and hard to manage. One increasingly popular artificially intelligent solution to this is the use of AI chatbots. The programmed algorithms enable machines to answer frequently asked questions, take and track orders, and direct calls. Chatbots are taught to impersonate the conversational styles of customer representatives through natural language processing. 9. E-payments. Having to run to the bank for every transaction is an enormous waste of time, and AI is playing a part in why you haven't been to a bank branch in 5 years. Banks are now leveraging artificial intelligence to facilitate customers by simplifying payment processes. Intelligent algorithms have made it possible to make deposits, transfer money, and even open accounts from anywhere, leveraging AI for security, identity management, and privacy controls. 10. Video games. The video game industry is perhaps one of the initial adopters of artificial intelligence. While playing racing games, have you ever thought about who is the opponent of you? It's AI bots who are playing opposite to you. This is how AI is grasping its position in the video game industry. DeepMind's AI-based AlphaGo software, which is famous for defeating Lee Sedol, the world champion in the game of Go, is one of the most significant accomplishments in the field of AI. Shortly after the victory, DeepMind created an advanced version of AlphaGo called AlphaGo Zero, which defeated the predecessor in an AI face-off. Unlike the original AlphaGo, which DeepMind trained over time by using a large amount of data and supervision, the advanced system, AlphaGo Zero, taught itself to master the game.
Conclusion. We could argue that AI has been present for many years now, but its potential is only beginning to be tapped into. In the near future, we will see even more examples of AI in everyday life, which will change how we live and work. While security concerns are valid, they are more likely to be caused by humans than by artificial general intelligence itself. The benefits of artificial general intelligence far outweigh the risks, and we should embrace it as a tool that can make our lives easier, safer, and more efficient. I hope all brand ambassadors enjoyed my presentation. Now is sharing time. On a scale of 1 to 10, how prepared are you for the launch of OConnect? How can you be better prepared? You can raise your hand. Our host will call you to speak. Thank you.
Okay, Mabel, all is yours. Done.
Wow. How did you do it? You have an AI to speak for you. My goodness.
Today is dedicated to all tech pros.
Okay, the floor is open for anyone to give your comments and to share. The question is, how prepared are we for the launch of OConnect? And then if you can continue, how can we be prepared better? How can we better prepare for ourselves? And let me ... for OConnect, for ONPASSIVE, and even for the vision of ONPASSIVE. How can we be better, more prepared? John. Jeannie, you have to.
Yes, thank you. I always I like to go first sometimes because I usually don't have too much to say. Anyway, I would like to go first because how can we be prepared for OConnect, or really everything that's going to be happening and is happening right now? So I don't have much to say, but I would say all of us now, what can we be doing? We could be, for one thing, really know what we have and what we will have soon by paying a lot of attention in our OES, and also look at our blog and look at our website, where you can see all the information that we need to know, especially the blog. But in the website, you can look at all the individual products and in particular to learn about OConnect. It's so important that we really don't have to be doing very much right now, but that very thing is just learning about what we have. For example, especially OConnect, because we know we're going to have that in our OES and in our hands so soon that one of the things we could be doing is go where we need to see the information about what is it, what's it going to be like, what can we do with it, and just to learn all of the facts about not just OConnect, certainly OConnect, but everything that's going to be coming very quickly right after it. So that's really all I want to say right now today is that the way I would always say to folks, hey, make your back office your best friend. We should be going in there. Well, I'm not saying that exactly right now, although we should be looking at our OES and our back office still, because, you know, we don't know what day or moment there's going to be some kind of an announcement very soon, whether it's going to be on that pop-up in the updates. That could happen later today. It could be happening right now. Maybe it's tomorrow morning. So we need to be looking. We need to be going into these places. And also we have to be remembering there's going to be a change. Something's going to happen in the OES. They're doing some stuff that all of a sudden we're going to see they're working, they're changing, they're going to make it for us. And even some of the products that we already know are 3 free, are OConnect paid, those may look a little different. For example, OMail is what it is right now, but when they do whatever they're doing that we're going to see very, very soon, we might see our OMail. There's something different. There's something new. So what I'm saying is, let's just get in there, start to look at things, get into your blog, get into the website, look at the information that's available. How many of us are really looking in there and reading and seeing what there is to learn? There's a lot of stuff to figure out. And that's really all we should be doing right now is learning what we have and what we need to know for right now. And that's all I got to say for right now. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Thank you for sharing. And well, we have Mr. Collins with us today, and his hands is up. Brother Collins.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I should be coming or maybe you want me last, but I don't know.
Beginning and the end, beginning, middle, and end.
The opening and the
Yeah.
closing.
Yeah, so normally after the sharing of AI, there's a lot of things I'm just thinking, and I think it's imperative that I share with everybody, because normally sometimes people don't really understand what is AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. You know, what you just shared is really amazing, but sometimes it's really huge for founders or even customers to know that even though we are already interacting with machine learning, because it is part of our daily lives. Whether we like it or not, it's already there. But as you said, it was there, you know, from the beginning, but the technology wasn't there to develop AI, you know. And even if you ask our CEO, Mr. Ash Mofara, he'll tell you that, you know, coding started from Visual Basic, which was the old code. Though things were there, they had the idea, because when you think it, you can develop it. You know, I always believe, because Mr. Ash Mofara started to think, said, okay, why if we do this in a better way? From 2018, there is a way to do it. But so machine learning was there, but the system wasn't there to accommodate machine learning. That's why a lot of companies struggle to do it, because Visual Basic is a coding language, but was it really good to write the program of artificial intelligence? Of course not, because I've worked with programmers who use Visual Basic. I look at the code, it wasn't something that you can write proper language. So what are the code that you can use, the technology? They always talk about, I can name a lot. If you have IT people who are here, they'll bear with me. You have JavaScript, you have C#, you have C's. There's a lot, Bootstrap, I can name them a lot. You can go and research them. If you really versed with them, you can research. You know, these are the modern technology, the modern tools to write a code. And a lot of people fly every day, but you don't know that autopilot is the one driving the plane from point A to point B. The only thing the pilot do is to take off and land. When the plane is in the air, it's autopilot, because autopilot follows the navigation, and the pilot can go to sleep and even drink and sleep. There's something in the news that the pilots oversleep, and what happened? The plane missed the destination because they were waiting for the pilot to land the plane, and the pilot wasn't there to take control of the plane. So it missed, and then the pilot got up and then reversed and come back. I've said this before, and a lot of people were scared. And what happened if the QA, for instance, the developer write the code, and the QA didn't test it properly? What will happen? A lot of planes will plunge in the sea. And you hear 100 people, we did it a lot, we did the experiment, and we see, even the surgical, what if the QA didn't test properly? They will chop somebody's right hand, maybe the left hand is in problem, and they chop the right hand. There's a lot where artificial intelligence is implied. You know, lot of things that I cannot even share some of them because I've worked with these technologies. The IVR system, they call it interactive voice response. When you pick your phone, you dial, and the phone answered. Please press 1 for this, press 2 for this. That's artificial intelligence. A lot of people don't know. That's interactive voice response. They call it IVR system. I test that particular application for most of the company to verify that this system is doing what it ought to do. When you press it, call Sister Comfort, call Dr. Benny, and will call exactly, and it will tell you, this is Dr. Benny calling, this is Sister Comfort. Sister Comfort, this call is for you. They call it interactive voice response. Sometimes you say, why? Normally I want to get to a live person. Why is the system? Now we're talking about chatbot. You know, the chatbot that we're having, you know, the old chat, which will be the best old chat we've ever had. So I ask this question, there are times I ask the question, which comes first? Is it automation or AI? A lot of people, even some of the IT engineers, couldn't answer my question. Those who think they are really, which comes first? AI versus automation. Because automation wasn't there, that is why AI was difficult. If you look at most companies, they're talking about, we want automation QA. We want automation this. We must be able to automate. And that's why it's really difficult to get a job if you are not a coder to write that automation. It means those jobs that are repetitive. Every day you carry boxes on your head, you drop it, the one machine that can do that. Now, when you automate something, you've not tell the system to do what exactly you want to do. It means you're telling the person to do the repetitive job. That is where AI kick in and put it in a simple language. A lot of people, they read it, they Google it, but they don't have an understanding. I've worked with this system a lot. You know, you automate something and then you give the system the information that the system needs. You say, all right, I've automated, I've tell you, do this repetitive job. How long do you have to do it? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. That is why machine learning, that is when machine learning comes in to behave as human being. Where you say, speak like Sister Comfort, speak like a lady, speak like a man. Though I've automated you to do this, but I want you to do it exactly like human beings. That is when the coding of automation comes in. And how will the system pick it? It is based on the information we are feeding on that system. For instance, our chatbot, we have old chat. If we don't give the information to old chat cannot do it. What? For instance, you said old chat is there. I want to know where my wallet is. If the information is not there, the system will ask you, I don't understand you. Okay, after 3 times, that's how they code the system. After 3 loops, pass this system, pass the customer to a live person. That's how they code the system. They say 3 loops, then nobody say 4, 3 loops. You go around the first time, I don't understand you. Second time, I don't understand you. All right, pass it to a live. And the moment they pass you to a live person, that information that you've given, I want to know where my wallet is, the data scientist will sit back and code it. So that the next person like John Barilla, if John Barilla comes and asks that same question, the system will answer John Barilla. So they've given the system, feed the system with that information you've given, where the automated system couldn't understand. We call it our chatbot, couldn't understand, said, answer John Barilla in this particular way. John Barilla comes down and said, I want to know where my old wallet is. The system said, wow, your old wallet is here, yeah. It's because the first person gave that information, the chatbot couldn't understand it, they code it now. So the more, and that's why I've told a lot of founders, if you want to help on passive, go and ask information on that chatbot. Put the information, ask it. If they don't understand, the data scientists, they are there, they are coding that language. Then, wow, this information wasn't there before because they've put like the basics, the generic information first. This is it, this, that. And when the information become complex, then they code it. So the next person that will come and ask the same information, the system can understand. And that is how the system grows to maturity until it become more sophisticated than even humans, based on the information we have been feeding that system. That's how artificial intelligence comes in. But first, you must automate it before you can feed live information to behave like humans. So that's what I wanted to add. I'll just leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Brother Colin. Wow, we are learning a lot tonight. Thank you so much. Well, who would like to speak next?
Comfort is there.
Comfort? Miss Comfort?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. Hello, fellow brand ambassadors. This is Comfort. I'm calling from the UK. Hi, John. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I joined in a bit late because I was busy. However, this is ONPASSIVE. You cannot just be here and go away without at least saying anything. So I am just happy, and I don't want to who speaks after John Barilla and Collins. Then you have like nothing to say, but then I'll say what I want to say. You know, I want to start first by commenting on what Collins has said, because if there are a few people like myself, when you listen to people like Collins, sorry, and the old tech pro, you're like, oh my God, is it what it's about? So I always say, calm down, take a deep breath. Collins is going through his technical language and breaking it and calling these things just for us to know that it takes a lot of effort and energy and stuff to do what we have in our hands. We don't need to understand. We just need to have an idea. That's why he is doing this. So you have an idea that is a very difficult task. However, the IT guys are up to the task. You and myself, if there's someone like me who is not a techie guy, I'd rather come from the angle that we all, including me and you who are here now, you are the chosen ones. Because sometimes if you ask yourself, what is the population of the world? It's in the billions. I don't want to say exactly so that I don't go wrong. We are just 1.4 because we are specially chosen and placed here for a mission. You and myself, we are on a mission. The first day we joined, we thought that we were coming to make money, but when we got in there, we discovered that no, money problem was solved the very moment you signed in to become a member. And it remains a mission because we are going to be commissioned to go out there and uplift humanity. So that is the best part of it. That is the joy of it. That is the blessing of it. So if you are part of this, get ready, get smart, get out of the couch. If you're a couchy person, stand up now and start exercising, because you will go to the depths of the earth to put smiles on people's lives. Some people will experience a smile for the first time in their life because of this thing that Mr. Mufara is doing. So let's all be ready. I just enjoy the family that I have across the world, the friends, the beautiful nation, new nation of ONPASSIVE that we have had, and the only one language we speak and understand, which is love. What can be better than this? So let's gear up, let's get prepared, let's do what John just advised. Get to know what is your new life, your new business, because according to me, ONPASSIVE is your new life, it's your new lifestyle. You will never do anything that you used to do before you knew ONPASSIVE. So you cannot give what you don't have. People will still ask you, what is this ONPASSIVE about? You proudly tell them exactly what it's about in your own words as you understand it. You know, so it's ours, it's our baby, it's our nation ONPASSIVE, it's our family, it's everything. let's handle it, let's hug it, keep it warm, keep glued, ask information from the right sources, ready to help, ready to share at all the times, and we make it really, really unpassilicious. Oh, I wish I could say it like Rob, unpassilicious. I think that's from John. John, if it's you, I'm trying to quote, we make it really unpassilicious, right? Because it's really, really cool. So fire, 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 guys. I'm just happy that I made it here. Thank you. And I love you all. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Comfort. Thank you for gracing us today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Comfort. Okay, we have Miss Kashbu. Miss Kashbu from Nepal.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jenny ma'am.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Kumaran sir, John sir, Colin sir, and Comfort ma'am. Yes, we are so excited to conduct with the company ONPASSIVE. Here we can learn so much of things, and all the tools, OMail, ONET, OTrim is all conducted with AI. When we put our link on OTrim, and we can track who visited our link, who visited our post, where is his or her country. So this is so amazing. And when we put a email and we write email and we have some mistake of grammar, as we are Indian or Nepali, we can't have proper knowledge or proper education about English. We are not comfortable with English language. So we have a little bit mistake in English. There are red sign mark, and if we touch the red sign mark, AI automatic make it correction. So I like the quality. I like that thing, so that no one knows that we can't know English properly. Our email is proper going, our email is proper running out, and the person whom we send the email, so they think we are well educated and we are well qualified. So thank you AI, thank you tech team, thank you S. Mukhare sir, and thank you ONPASSIVE community.
And thank you, Ms. Kashbu. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it, for us to have this tool, AI, helping us all the time. Okay, so next we have Mr. Sheikh. Do I pronounce your name as Sheikh from India?
GK Shelke.
GK
Shelke.
GK Shelke. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
You're
Jane,
welcome.
ma'am, thank you so much. And thank you to Mr. Kumaran sir from Malaysia. You have explained from video the AI power, what is the latest technology is coming and what is it doing in the world. It is making a big boom, and it is creating the big new humanity, the development of the future, and we can see what is happening in front of us. But therefore there is ONPASSIVE, which is coming with its latest AI tools, which we can't imagine how will they be very amazing and very gorgeous to make biggest impact on our humanity. It will be an organization who will work only for humanity and give us the hope. We can say we are bringing hopes for billions of people to change their life. And this is the big thing. We are here together to think about it. And also I am very excited for our OConnect, because it is making a history in the world of costing and the marketing. And it is the very biggest product in the video conferencing world that will provide very much features in very few price, in very few dollars. We cannot imagine what will be it will give us as a result. And especially the big professionals, also big companies, business officials will work for that, and they will use it, utilize it, and they will reduce their cost of the production and get more profit from this meeting application or web application. It is very beautiful world. We are here and we are the founding members of this company as well as brand ambassadors. We are promoting this biggest revolution, and it is very big honor for us. And it is my honor to have the time with you. Thank you so much. Over to you, Jitna.
Thank you, Mr. GK Sheke. Okay, next we have our Miss Amina. Miss Amina,
Hello, you
over to you.
guys. I'm at work and very busy, but okay, I wanted to say my bit. Good afternoon from me. Actually, I am ready to use, OConnect, and I am prepared myself emotionally, mentally, and physically. I folder and filed every information for my family, although my children thought, 4 months before, 5 months before, that their mother is gone crazy. But now they accept it and they know more about ONPASSIVE and what I'm getting involved in. I am going to use constantly when all connected come outside. I will use it every day, repeatedly, several times. I can't wait to get, to be this movement, because as I said before, ONPASSIVE is more than business, it is a movement. And I swear to Allah, the people back home in my Somalia will feel that I am ONPASSIVE, brand ONPASSIVE, because I wanted to change. After I changed my life, I wanted to change their life too. I wanted to be the legacy, part of this big legacy. And I'm really, really very proud of myself to be with you on this journey. And I am ready this journey. And the Bambis who just coming alongside. Thank you very much. And Ramadan Mubarak.
Thank you, Miss Amina. Thank you. All right, now who else have their hands up? Mabel, do you see any?
No.
No.
Maybe I can share my point of view of what Kumaran says. Are we ready from 1 to 10? Between 1 to 10 about OConnect? I can say that we don't really know until we read more about it in the OES, as John Barilla says, OConnect. So I can say that I am all ready to learn about OConnect. And when it is available in the OES, I will be all hands-on. And our meeting ought to start with it. Even if we fumble, we have to start learning OConnect, because that is the platform for audio visual moving forward. So OConnect, yes, I am all ready to learn. Another thing is that, are we ready or be better prepared? How can we be better prepared? OConnect, I have mentioned. What about the vision of ONPASSIVE? I can say that getting ready also with our passion about fulfilling the vision of ONPASSIVE, about fulfilling our own passion. It would be a time moving forward in the next few months, gathering like-minded people, gathering the people with the same passion, identifying leaders and talents. All of us got different passion. Mine, as I have said, of course, we have a passion for the refugees. I have a particular passion for the strays, stray cats, stray dogs. So we are getting ready. We need to identify same passion, like-minded people, and then gather the talents together, and how to reach locations, how to reach cities, and make the world a better place for God's creatures. So am I ready? I think we are just on ground zero, still looking for people. I found a few. Stella, Jeannie is willing to help also. There's definitely a few. So these are all the people we can come together and gather. Globally, we can also seek like-minded people. So this is where we can come together. This is the vision. This is the mission of our Vibina. How we move forward is to build our passion, identify our passion, and of course, not forgetting the big word, growth mindset. We need to launch into growth mindset to have the right mindset to fulfill the vision of ONPASSIVE. So this is my little contribution about 1 to 10. Can't place a number yet, Kumaran. I think ground zero yet.
Thank you, Mabel. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we have Sister Marcian here today. Hi, Sister Marcian, are you ready to speak?
Yeah, good morning, and I'm driving, that's why I did not open my camera, but I'm still going to close it down because I cannot be driving on the camera. And I just want, can you all hear me, please?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say thank you so much. Collins have sent this link in the Herald this morning, and I found it, and I said, okay, let me just chip in, even though I'm driving to work. So I really appreciate all the previous speakers, and I'm so grateful that I'm here this morning and I'm part of this movement that's going on around the world. And I know my mission. I know what I have to do now because this is my company, this is my business,
yes.
and I got it. I didn't deserve it, but I got it early in the morning for nothing. So what I have to do is to do my own part. Doing my own part is what? Knowing my back office, knowing the product in the back office. I think our brother Otek Pro Collins have been telling us about it. If you don't know what is in your shop, how are you going to sell it to somebody? If you don't know what is in your plate, how are you going to eat it? If you don't know the menu that you have, how can you tell people about what you have yourself? So before we go out there and emphasize and talk about our company, our beautiful and great company with all the value that it has, we have to make sure that we ourselves, we, the founding member, we, the great ambassador, we know, we understand it because people are going to ask you questions. When you go out there, you tell them about your family, about you, they ask you a question, and you don't want to give them a false response. So let us go to our back office. Let us take it as a job, as a great job for ourselves, because that's all we have to do. We don't have to do nothing but study the product in our back office. They are so beautiful. They are so yummy. They are so intelligent. They are so valuable. So let's go there and do that. And thank you so much. I'm gonna drop because I'm driving and I'm listening, and thanks to all the previous speakers. We are brand ambassador and we are all beautiful. Good morning to you all from Katy, Texas. I'm Marcian Emabu.
Thank you, Marcian.
Thank you, Ms. Marcian. Thank you for joining us, even though you're driving. Thank you so much. Okay, back to Brother Collins. Brother Collins?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was just listening to all the panelists and John Barrett, everyone, and a lot of things just came in my mind, and Marcian just nailed it as well. We've been talking about, we can talk about AI, we can talk about the products, we can talk about Burj Khalifa, the metro station, whatever the company is doing. That is really joy, because it's just about shaking the tree, bringing the apples down for us to collect. But the question my brother Kumaran asked, are you ready to collect the apples? That's the question. That's the way I'll put in a layman way. Are we ready as founders to collect the apples? Are we ready as leaders? Because every founder, whether you came in 2018 or the last person, you are a leader. Whether you like it or not, you can refuse it. Doesn't matter If you've appeared on the panel, it doesn't matter if you've been doing, like webinars or not. Everybody, we are just 1.4 million founders. Remember, you cannot come to ONPASSIVE except through the founders. You cannot. So what will you be doing to promote your business? Because you own a business in ONPASSIVE. Owning a business means you are a leader, because you'll be talking to someone, whether you like it or not. They will see your lifestyle. They will ask you, how are you getting on? We can see you've changed. What will you tell them? ONPASSIVE, $97. What else will you tell them? There is nothing you can say. Those founders or leaders, because all of us, I call ourselves leaders and servants. Whether we like it or not, we are servants. We will provide our services to the 5.5 billion internet users. They will come under us. There are people you will speak to. What will you tell them if you are not versed with ONPASSIVE? That's how I always look at it. This is the challenge I always ask myself. If someone of a high profile meet me and ask me a question, where did you get all of this? And I said, ONPASSIVE. What is ONPASSIVE? What will you tell them in a simple, in a layman way? Because don't allow yourself to be challenged by those who are more experienced than you. Those who are out of ONPASSIVE, remember, they are well-educated people. There are people who are just watching, looking at you, asking you questions. I've been challenged. Some of the things I will not say it here, but if you meet me one-to-one, I've been challenged by project managers, by CEOs, in companies. Those who knows me, they will tell you, I've shared my experience with them. I was in pain, because thank God that when I come out, I always speak what is right, because some of the IT engineers will even challenge me. I've met them a lot. They said, Brother Collins, what you are saying is right. So as a founder, you don't need to be a techie person. You don't need to be a marketer, but ask yourself in your own little way, what do you really understand ONPASSIVE? Because you'll be interacting with people, not yourself. Now, and the time, I always put it, the time is now. Like John Barilla said, the time is now, not tomorrow. Like our CEO said, attend webinars, ask questions. If they go more techy, tell them, no, I don't understand what you are saying. Can you say it the way I will understand? If you meet, for instance, our brother, Dr. Derry, says something to take, said, no, Dr. Derry, that's your level. Please bring it down to my level. I believe he will be able to break it down. Dr. Ben, all of them, they will bring it down to your level that you can understand. And because you are a business owner, I will tell you, it's just like when you are, those who are military, you have the practice, you practice with fake bullet, right? But they said the moment of truth is when they give you live bullet to face your enemy. You are on your own. The general of the army is not there with you. Either you shoot or they shoot and kill you. So what I want to say is, the moment is coming when ONPASSIVE will launch. We'll go to the market with O Connect. All of us will be on our own and will be growing our business individually. How much you know in ONPASSIVE will determine your wealth. The less you know, honestly, we are now together because there is nothing. The time is coming, maybe there will be less webinar because everybody will be concentrating to build their business on their own. How much do you know? So that's why sometimes when founders come, I say, you know what? I don't want to talk about the product. Are you ready to use it? No. The only thing is pull it and put it here. And I've been saying this in Heroes webinar or most of the webinar. I say, you know what? I want you to understand what you need to know. And Dr. John Barilla said it. Know your OES. How many of us can really talk about our marketplace? What do you know about marketplace? I believe you tell most of the founders, they'll tell you, oh, we have Burj Khalifa, Ms. Ash Mufara have done this, that, all the top and top and top on the sky is our limit. How much do you know the simple things you should be doing? The Rob and Lynn show, one lady, I always forget the name, Lynn will always remind me, I think John Barrow will remind me. She asked this question to Ms. Ash Mufara. Janet Butler asked this question to Ms. Ash Mufara. What should I be doing as founders? What should I, not the whole 1.4 million, what should I be doing? What should I know? I said, what? If I were you, I will go in a simple place, create my little office, you know, in my little corner in my house, you know all my OES. What this is saying is implies your marketplace, your subscription, your wallet, your how they call it, all those functions, you know, when you are there, your team, not their team, my users, my contacts, my favorite, all of those functions, that is where you'll be interacting day in, day out as a founder or resellers. That is where the business will kick in. How much do you know about credit? Have you ever looked at the user guide to understand what the user guide all stands for? Because all the explanation is there. How do you take credit and recharge your wallet, bring it back, and then purchase a product, and then try to grow your business? Say, I will max it out. That's what I said. I will max it out. And when the time comes for extra credit, I will buy extra credit. I will not go out and bug people. That's what I said. If you cannot, you are not a marketer, don't go out and worry, because you cannot explain. I made a statement last time. I said, for instance, if I meet Dr. Derek and I said, I want to talk about Old Tracker. Dr. Derek has never been on passive before. And I said, I have this product called Old Tracker. How can I convince him if he knows Old Tracker more than me? How can I tell him? Then if I go 1, 2, 3, he will just never believe on passive, because I don't want to use the word on passive. There is a product. If I don't go simple and I want to use it, he will overpower me and never believe in on passive. That's why I tell people, don't go and bug people if you are not good at it, because you easily discredit on passive. Do the simple thing. Mr. Ashbufara will bring targeted traffic to you. It will bring organic traffic to you. When you do that little thing, the little things to understand your OES, that place I've just mentioned, how they work, you will grow very fast. But if you don't do it, I'm sorry to say, I said it last time, I said you will not get a buck, though you are a founder. If you don't activate your account, how can you make money? It's like they build a shop for you, build a warehouse, tell you to go and stock your shelf, give you the key, open your shop, stock your shelf for customer to come in. You said, I can't do that because it's too difficult for me. You will never make a dime because your shop is still closed. That's the truth. That's the bitter truth. Founders don't want to hear it, but I always go out and say the bitter truth. The bitter truth is, if you don't do these simple things, you will never grow. You can love ONPASSIVE the way you want. You can love Burj Khalifa, love the train station. Oh my God, I'm a founder in this business. But I promise you, resellers who are not founders will come and do better than us, because they will come in, look at this business, and they will hammer it more than us. I always say it. I said, if you want to talk about it, I can talk about this product from A to Z, because that's my job. I do it every day. Software is something I've built for more than 15 years, more than I'm doing it every day in this environment. But do I need to come and explain to you how it's been built and generated and all the code? No, none of my business, because ONPASSIVE has been done for you hands-free. I'm lazy and I want to get that job where I'll have, like you, I want to have financial and time freedom. Like everybody, I'm tired of doing this and I want to have that time and financial freedom. So when you come to me, I'll ask you, what is the importance for you to know this product? If I know it's not important, you will never use it. Why should I waste my time explaining the products to you? I'll tell you, yours is to take that product, put it in that your subscription for founders, those who know it, to come and buy it. Your duty is not to know the product. Your duty is to do the simple things Ashford have asked us to do, because it's all automated, it's done for you, but yours is to do that little things, move it and put it, go to sleep, and they will drive it for you. They will drive the traffic organically for you. You know, that's what I'm explaining to a lot, because I told people there are a lot of things I've done in my life which I will not explain it here, because if I explain it, maybe the people will hold me for ransom. But I said I've seen it. I work in a company where they drive organic traffic, you know, they call it leads. I've seen all of these things. But you as founders and all of us and me, I want to be in that position where I will not do it again. Someone will do it like Mr. Ashbufara, and who will sleep and enjoy, have that time and financial freedom. Let us learn to do the little things and leave the hard work for Mr. Ashbufara and the tech team to do it for us. So that's what I wanted to add tonight. Thank you all in this afternoon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Colin.
much.
Yeah, really, thank you so much.
for clarifying for us.
Yes. So,
Wow.
okay, next we have Miss Yasmin. Miss Yasmin.
Yes, hi. That was
Hi.
a fantastic presentation. And I'm saying hi to everyone in the panelists. So going back to the question of Kumaran, is how ready we are. I just would like to add that Ash is always putting the strategy of our marketing. That's what he does best. For these 2 weeks that he's giving us the O Connect is a trial day that we are going to share everyone we can in a business way, because people like new things and they like free things. And also going back to the passion, we can keep talking about for many years about one man's mission of a change, like Ash. Ash did his best for 1.4 plus million people. When we are talking about passion, how are we, what is our mission? What are we going to do? Like networking, business emotions, and strategy. When you are not working and reaching out the people, and also your target, resellers, you need inclusion, because what Ash changed to this world is giving the platform of inclusion and everybody's word. So it's better us to have a passion, not to think about being us as a leaders, but to be a change makers.
Mhm.
That's the biggest dream. And also we have got plenty of people who are brand ambassadors or founders who are not there still. We should be also thinking our first passion or mission to lift those people into the first level, because we have got a mission to change the world. If those people are not on board, we cannot do anything. So we should better think our passion to be a change makers instead of putting ourselves as a leaders, because we have got a big job to do within our own foundership members. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Yasmin. Thank you. Okay, we have Miss Comfort. Miss Comfort.
Okay. Thank you, Jeannie. Sorry that I'm coming back again. Hi, Dr. Derry. That was a powerful one, Jasmine. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to make this reminder. This is something people think that is obsolete, but it's still very much ongoing. We know that a couple of weeks ago, we were told about this red cancellation button at the back office. Jeannie, if this is not the case in your community, forgive me, but I have to remind people here that people are still going there and clicking on that button and getting in trouble, because it's not long. Somebody went and deleted themselves, came back to Collins. Yesterday, somebody came say, oh, I went to get my one-time password or whatever she called it. And then they said, you have deleted your account. Please, again, that red button, membership cancellation, that is how they call it at the back office. Don't click on it. There are a lot of things to click on. If you feel like clicking stuff on ONPASSIVE, go and read the blog. Go to the back office and read updates. Go to ONET and click on the podcast and click on the blog and learn how to write blogs. If you are not sure about anything, please ask a leader. Ask a leader. Do not get in trouble and then come back and wanting somebody to go through your trouble with you. It doesn't work like that. Please, let's ask. Everybody around the world is ready and happy to help. You just need to know that, let me check John Barilla on Facebook. Let me check Collins Manor on Facebook. Let me check Comfort on Facebook. Ask questions. We've been helping a lot. If you are not sure, hold it there. Go and ask that, what is the meaning of membership cancellation? You click on it, they ask you to go get the code, you go get it, and then key it in, and they kiss you good night, and you come back and say, oh, I'm going to support. And so support has work to do. They don't have time to think about this. And secondly, there is this thing, unsubscribe. Every email you read, at the end of that email, it says unsubscribe. When you subscribe, means you're opting out so that you don't receive those mails again. So when you read an email from ONPASSIVE and you click on subscribe, what do you think you are doing? I don't want ONPASSIVE to be sending me mails again. Those two things, please, let's not use them because we don't necessarily need them. We don't actually need them at all. So I just thought that I should bring it here. If nobody has an issue here with that, believe me, it's a big issue in my own community. So I just thought that we should go on this, guys. Learn, ask. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The 2 points you raised is very valuable. Thank you so much, Ms. Comfort. We are all learning, I believe. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, next we have Dr. Derek. Hi, Dr. Derek. Are you ready? It's yours now.
Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our brand ambassadors. Unfortunately, yes, people are canceling their membership. I don't know why people fooling around in our founders when we have already migrated to the ecosystem. I didn't even know that a cancel membership is in our founders until someone brought it to my attention that they did click on it. I don't know why would you want to cancel membership. It didn't say cancel account. It didn't say, cancel account or delete account. It says cancel membership, because we are forgetting that we pay our $97 to become a founder. That is what we pay that $97 for, to become a founder. That's it. You don't pay for any products. You don't pay for the establishment of Burj Khalifa. You don't pay for the establishment of the data centers. You don't pay for none of that. You don't pay to get involved in the marketing system that is going on in Dubai mainly and wherever else. We don't pay for all of that. The only thing we paid for is our membership to be a founder. That's it. $97. That's it. All right. So let us stop clicking around in our founders. Let us leave our founders alone. Actually, Ash Mafari said we soon delete it. So just like there's no such thing as Go founders, that has been deleted out of the system, and soon and very soon, O founders is going to be deleted out of the system. So stop fooling around with O founders. Stop. Let us leave it alone. All right. The only time you need to go there is 2 places. Only 2 places in O founders that you need to go to. And is if you want to go to a webinar, you click on webinar. If you want to get some updates, then you click on updates. Those are the only 2 places in O founders that you need to go to. That's it. All right. Anyway, thank you very much, Collins and John Barilla, and lovely brand ambassadors, and of course, brand ambassador Kumaran. Oh my goodness, thank you all so very much. Awesome sauce. Thank you very much, brand ambassador Mabel and Comfort, and oh my goodness. So you look like everyone here is leaders. Those, and of course, we cannot leave or say anything else without acknowledging the First Lady of ONPASSIVE, which is brand ambassador Queen Dr. Benny.
Yeah.
That's the First Lady of ONPASSIVE. Yes, you might think that is
First lady, first wife. Okay, I don't mind being the second.
you and I might think that is Asmahan. Well, yes, Asmahan is the First Lady of Ashmufari. Okay, so don't mix it up, right? Asmahan is the First Lady of Ashmufari, but Queen Dr. Benny is the First Lady of ONPASSIVE. So let us not get that, don't get that confused. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. There's a few things that I just want to point out. And personally speaking, I don't need to know about any products. Don't need to know about any products in ONPASSIVE, because I don't need to convince any person to get into ONPASSIVE or to get a product. I don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. No. Because one, ONPASSIVE is automated. So ONPASSIVE is going to take care of all the heavy lifting. All right. Fortunately, when ONPASSIVE launches to the commercial, to the public commercially, because we launch already. Let us remember that ONPASSIVE launch already. Yes, ONPASSIVE launch already. When did we launch? Anyone? When did we launch?
30th March last year.
Last year. March 30, last year. All right. And what did happen last year? The first top, which was what?
Burj Khalifa.
Acquiring those 2 floors on the Burj Khalifa. All right. So we launched already. So it's just now for the product to go commercial to the public. All right. So if you notice, people stop asking when we're going to launch, but then we're going to ask when we're going to get money. Oh boy, you can't satisfy people at all. But anyway, let us understand that I don't need to know about the product. I don't need to know what OConnect do. I don't need to know what OBless is going to do. I don't need no. Because one, this is ONPASSIVE. And what ONPASSIVE is, it's a passive solution so that you and I don't need to know or to get or to acquire a landing page. We don't need to acquire any of those technical things that we need to grow a business online, right? So sales funnel and all of those lovely, pretty, beautiful tools that you need to grow an online business. You don't need to know about it. You don't need to know of it. You don't need to know that it even exists, because this is how ONPASSIVE work. We paid $97 to become a founder. One, we are not advertising ONPASSIVE. We are not to advertise or to promote ONPASSIVE. What you and I need to advertise or promote, if, and this is a big if you are going to be active, if you want to grow your business a little faster, as Colin said, if you want to do that, then you are going to get a link. Well, whether you want to, yes or no, everybody is going to get a link. And then this link, when you log into your ONPASSIVE ecosystem, this link is going to appear right here, right? Or maybe because this whole ecosystem is going to change up a little and update a little. So, but you're going to get a referral link, no doubt. And that is what you're going to promote. That is what you're going to share. So you don't need to even mention ONPASSIVE out of your mouth to anybody, because you're not promoting ONPASSIVE. You are going to be promoting whatever your business is going to be called. Whatever your link is going to be called is going to be your business. Let us please remember that. And so therefore, if my business is dmctech.ai, artificial intelligence with heart, with AI, if that is my business, then that is what I'm going to promote. I'm going to say, listen, if I want to be active, I am going to say to someone, listen, I got this product, just like how we do every day. Say, I got this product from Macy's. You know, wonderful, man. It's strong. It protect. It's so good. I got it from Macy's. That's it. I don't need to sell. I don't need to try to convince anyone. Because what we are to lead with, the only thing we need to lead with if we are going to be active, as I said, is to lead with a free product. That's why they are there. So I'm going to say, listen, I have this free mailing service. It's free. And guess what? No spam. Get it from dmctech.ai. That's where I got it from. And I tell you, it has video mail, it has speech to text, it has text to speech. Check it out. And you're gone. You don't need to know about, you know, how this work and how that work and how this. No, because you don't need to do that with any other products that you get from whichever website that you got it from. You did not do that. You just give a little information off the top of your head that you know about and how it's serving you because you are using it. So I am using mail, and I tell you, it's bad. It's the best thing since sliced bread. Check it out. I got it off dmctech.ai. There is no mention of ONPASSIVE. I don't need to know about ONPASSIVE. I don't need to give a background on Burj Khalifa and we were in the, you know, we were in the one of the sponsors of World Cup football, and you stand up there for about 2 hours trying to convince this person. No. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Really and truly. I am not going to do that. All right. Because I don't have that time. Because most of my time, you know, I might actually be in Singapore in that lovely hotel there.
Welcome.
With Mabel. with Mabel.
Yes.
I went in the Marina.
Yes.
The Marina Hotel.
Yes.
Suite. Yes, I might be there, or I might be in Malaysia. So I don't even speak Malaysia, so there's no one for me to talk to but Kumaran and all of that. Listen, I will be enjoying myself and trying to restore the corruption. That is our duty. Our duty is not to sell product on ONPASSIVE with ONPASSIVE or my website. That's not really my duty. My duty is to help humanity.
Wow, hallelujah.
That's my duty. My duty is to help to get the people off the street. My duty is to help to restore the abused women and the abused children in this world that we are living into, starting with my community. That's what I am to do as a founder. That's what I am to do as a brand ambassador. My concern is really not to be building my business. I mean, I can't do that. Spend a little time and share with people, fine. But that's not what Ash Mufari mindset is. Ash Mufari's mindset, which our mindset should be, to restore this country one person at a time. Restore. People don't have even clean drinking water in the 21st century. Get clean drinking water to those people. That's what we are to concentrate on. That is our level of concentration, because that's the mindset for these past 3 years that Ash Mufari has been talking, because most of us, the only thing we are concentrating on is when we're going to get some money. When we're going to get some money. Ash Mufari said that is a done deal. But we're not getting it. We're not understanding it. So we are spending time, instead of trying to look at ways where we can lift up humanity, Look at ways where we can help our community. Look at ways and means that we can use to stabilize our economy where we are. And when all of us are doing that collectively, 1.4 million, when all of us are doing that all across the entire globe, one from where we are in our community, and of course, helping through our bless to reach globally because of the different projects that is going on by us as founders, then that, my friends, is where the crux of the matter should be, instead of worrying about when we're going to get some money in our pockets. Ash Mufare said that is a done deal, because Ash Mufare and ONPASSIVE is going to work the business for us. Send traffic to your company, whatever your company is. Ash Mufare not sending no traffic to ONPASSIVE. He's sending traffic to, so Ash Mufare is promoting our business, and we are thinking now to promote ONPASSIVE. That don't make sense, because we are in a total automated system, as Sir Collins just said. We are in an automated system. Everything is automatic. So even if you just point somebody to your website and say, this is where I get all mail, ONPASSIVE is going to take that person over, hold that person by the hand, walk them through your website and say, all right, you got all mail, how it look for you, and back and forth with automated email, back and forth automated email. Okay, we have a few paid product like O-Tracker and O-Connect and what have you. You know, check it out and see how you like it. And back and forth, automated, going back and forth with your customer, with your people that is on your website. So artificial intelligence doing all of that. Machine learning is learning the thing a little bit more and getting familiar with what the questions that people are generally asking, and develop that system and better at artificial intelligence and automation. Bam, bam, bam. All of that is taken care of in the background. All you need to do now is ensure that you do your OKYC to get that money from your wallet to your bank account, so you can be effective with building and restoring humanity.
Wow.
Let us understand. Let us really get the mindset. Don't need to know about the products. No. Don't need to know how ONPASSIVE really work. No. What our mindset should be is to do right by ourselves and our family, do right by our community, do right by our government. So if we need to pay a tax, pay a tax. Don't try to think of how to evade it like Wesley Snipes. Think and do the right thing positively, so that together, we can now work together to really and truly restore humanity. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Derek. What a clarification and another clarification, giving us peace of mind, direction, and what to do. It's so clear. It's your passion. All of our passions towards the vision of ONPASSIVE to make the world a better place. Correcting pieces, correcting locations, correcting whatever your heart desires, and together make the world a better place. Dr. Derek, I'm old enough and older than you enough to say, I love you, and I love you. Thank you so much, Dr. Derek. Love you. We're going to make you a permanent resident of Passion Global Singapore and get a hotel room, permanent room in MBS. Get you an address. Is it 151 in MBS? Love you, Dr. Derek, because along the way we do get confused. Along the way we do get fearful, because a lot of us are not all tech pro. A lot of us are not technical, and but today it's so much clearer together with Collins and Kumaran, etc. Thank you a million. Amen, amen, amen. Wow, Jeannie.
Yeah.
Wow, so beautiful.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm speechless. Dr. Derek, we are really benefiting a lot from what you have just shared. And really, it's a stone lifted off our shoulders, because there are many of us here who may not be as tech savvy. So a lot of people are very afraid of what is coming and what they should do, what they should not do, what they can do and what they cannot do. So what you have just shared with us tonight is so clear, crystal clear. So thank you so much.
Wow.
And like what Mabel say, every week, every Thursday when you visit with us, we really are learning a lot from you. So we really can't thank you enough. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and next we have Olivia Fonte from USA. Would you like to speak now?
Thank you again for gracing our meeting. What an honor to have you and Collins. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I'm here in the US. It's still morning, and I just want to say hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Yeah, what a pleasure for me to be here in Singapore for the first time. Colin texted me that, bro, please come and join. I'm at work. So I said, let me just take some few minutes to, to join you guys. It's a pleasure, and I'm happy. And the topic is a good topic. And what I've been hearing all through from Collins, Comfort, Derek, and the rest, it's a pleasure and wonderful topic, wonderful everything. But what we are supposed to know now, the question that I had Colin just mentioned, so that somebody asked the CEO, if you are a founder, what will you do? That is the question that we should be asking ourselves now. That is the question we should be asking ourselves. What will you do now that we are going to the market? After filling your tanks, what will you do? And what are you supposed to do? These are two questions I've asked. But one, the back office, the ecosystem. That is where everybody should be sleeping. Like the CEO said, own it, own it. Have your office even in a dark corner, because taking like your full-time job, ONPASSIVE is your full-time job, because it comes with a lot of responsibility, a lot of work. The CEO will not go to your back office or your ecosystem and to go and buy products. And where we should sleep every day, every minute, every second, that ecosystem, your marketplace. Your marketplace is where the CEO is going to dump all the products. All the products are going to be there if you want to buy it. And the way the system has been designed with AI, you are the one to determine how much you want to make. Then my brother Collins mentioned that resellers will come and jump into this thing, grab it like, aggressively, and they'll make more money than some of us. So it is good to come to all these webinars, get all this, learn and understand how your system is. It's like we go to work, we put in 8 hours. Why should you not put in 8 hours every day if you know this is your job, this is your full-time job? The marketplace, I keep saying the marketplace after your wallet, the marketplace should be where every founder should be sleeping. Because that is where you will know about extra traffic. That is where you will know how, when new products are on board, then attend all webinars as a founder. attend all webinars to know what is going on. If it's your full-time job that you spend 8 hours a day or 6 hours a day, spend that 6, 8 hours or 4 hours a day on your ecosystem. Because that is where the magic is. Talking about AI, Martin Degamo has been talking about AI for the past 2 weeks. A lot of companies don't understand, being in the tech field for more than 20, 24 years. A lot of companies don't understand. That is why most companies are confused. And that is where ONPASSIVE is ahead of the game. Because our products were built with AI from scratch, automated and 100% integration. That is where we have the advantage. And our products are all built from the heart. We have humanized AI, said the CEO. We've humanized AI in a legal, and we met all the compliance in AI. Because a lot of companies, they have AI that is causing destruction. There's one product that just came out. It's a lot of things going on now in the United States about that product. I don't want to call the name. I don't want to promote them. Because in the educational system, the people keep questioning, because there will be a lot of perjury. Students will be using it to go there to get answers, So there's a lot of question going on now in the US about that particular product because it is not humanized. And ONPASSIVE has humanized AI. That is a very good thing. Again, I want to give a plus to all the founders. How faithful, how loyal we've been, how patient. We should be patient. Yes, the CEO can come out and say this day, things are going to happen. We deal with technology here. Like my brother Colin said last week or 2 weeks ago, that we should stop putting timeline when they're building products. The CEO can come and say, we are coming out this day. He is a messenger. He is not in Hyderabad building it. What the tech guys in Hyderabad will tell him, that's what he'll come and tell us. And something can happen. I've been in a lot of building of automating processes. We don't give timeline because we deal with sprint, 2-week sprint. Because when you give timeline to upper management, they take it, then you cannot deliver. So we said we'll come back next spring and give them the update. That is the language that we use. We'll come next spring, we'll give them an update. If it's that the product is ready, we say, okay, on this day, we'll move from the non-production environment to the production environment. So please, let me add my voice on what Collins and the CEO said last week. We should stop putting our mind on timeline. The CEO is a messenger. Let me put it that way. He is a messenger because Hyderabad will give him that on this day, this is going to happen. Then they'll come back and say, hey, we have to extend it again because of this day. I want to add that, but I want to thank everybody that we are in a very, very good position now. We can see the products, we feel it. We had we had our O Connect. We tested it for about 4 or 5 times, and they demonstrated O Tracker also to us. We should be happy. I don't see if anybody is sleeping now, then something's wrong with you. Because I, for one, I cannot sleep. Knowing what is coming, knowing that I've been faithful, knowing that I've been loyal, knowing that I've got that patience to wait. This is who we, the founders, the 1.4 million of us are. We've been very patient. The apples are coming in abundance. The CEO told us last week, a few days ago, that we have a massive marketplace. You know what that means. ONPASSIVE has taken everything from the branding to the marketing to the next level. Now we are signing the partnership, not traffic, partnership. You have to understand all this and know where you, me, all of us, we belong. So I want to say this again. I want to emphasize on the marketplace, because what we have, the value that ONPASSIVE is bringing to the world out of the 7 billion people. I'm not talking about 5 billion that access the internet. The 7 billion people who access the internet because of ONPASSIVE. Guarantee, because of our products. Kids, people from who have Enjoy that is coming from 0 years to 18 years, have academic that is coming. Tell me why the 7 billion people will not access, will not use our products. So please, the marketplace is where we are supposed to be. In fact, we have to sleep on our marketplace on daily basis and take ONPASSIVE as your personal business, and that is your job, that you will spend 8 hours or 6 hours a day. Do not miss. We are now at the point that we should not miss a webinar, especially corporate webinar. Go to your founders. Go to your founders. Come back to your ecosystem and see. The good news is that the CEO said a few days ago that most of the items are going to be integrated into the ecosystem, but still going back and forth there because there will be updates coming up all the time. I want to leave you guys. Thank you very much. Love you guys. And it was nice being here in Singapore for the first time. And God bless all the founders. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Brother Olivier. Thank you so much for coming here. And we appreciate you for all your sharing. And we are super clear now tonight. We have so many top people like yourself, Dr. Derek, Brother Collins, who else? Comfort, Miss Comfort, and many more who shared. Yeah, really, we have all the golden nuggets tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yeah. Mr.
Dr. Bill William is here.
Kumaran, yeah.
Dr. Bill William is just arrived.
Oh,
okay.
Yes. We have Mr. Abdi Alaso. Mr. Abdi, over to you.
Greeting to you all ONPASSIVE Passion Global on Singapore. I'm glad to be here. I miss you guys. I haven't been around with you for a little while. I miss you. As I message my sister Mabel, she knows why I wasn't here, but I'm happy to be here today. Thank you so much, and a greeting to all the brand ambassadors, and especially those who are new to this platform tonight. My brothers from the OTEC, Colin Mana and Oliver Ponte. Thanks to have you here, guys. And a great presentation, my brother Kumaran as well. Is an excellent presentation about AI. And of course, my great friend and my mentor, my good lifter, I like Dr. Derek Clark. Always exciting to hear from him, always. Yes, if I put my words to the subject today about my brother's Kuman, to start with from 1 to 9, how are we prepared? I am prepared. I have been prepared since I joined ONPASSIVE, and I know what I had my hands on. It's exciting, and of course, we all know that those who are really understand. First of all, I have to apologize for me not bringing my camera because I'm on driving myself like all the other brothers, like Marcian said before, so I can't put the camera on. So the what we had on our hand is a huge, it's a big things. And thanks to our CEO who all have this vision and mission to actually bring ONPASSIVE to the world. And as he said last webinar on the YouTube, which was not really a private webinar, it was a public webinar, and that itself says so how ready we are. So how ONPASSIVE is ready is, so are we ready? I'm personally ready. I'm prepared to do what I was called. I was called here from the heavens to be part of this journey, to be part of this mission, to be part of this ONPASSIVE nation. So I am ready on my part. I'm waiting to be enabled, which I'm already know that I will be enabled by ONPASSIVE. And when I be enabled, I will make sure that I enable many others around the world and do my part to replicate our CEO's vision. So being said that, we also know that, that this is the correction to the corruption. And we also know that we are the hunted, So what that means, hunted means like we are in a privileged position and we are in forefront line for billions of internet users, resellers, customers that will join ONPASSIVE's ecosystem for generations to come, and which we know that we are the grandfather to this. It was the word from Ash before. We are the grandfather. No one can leverage on ONPASSIVE's product and ecosystem without coming through us. That's another benefit. That's a huge benefit. So to go to the point about if I follow to the steps of Dr. Derek Clark, it's true that we don't have to really get much intention to how we're gonna sell, how we're gonna sell. No, it's already automated. I knew it was the case that we have to share, and it make it easier. It's already so easy to share because we have the product that's really a higher value over market value, new technologies with AI, and that's basically that everybody likes whatever new to the world. And not to mention these three products that we have, OMail, ONet, and OTrim. We also have other really gaudy things. As Shay before, he says we have apps. We have apps that's free, that's coming up, that is really more like gaudy, scary, gaudy things. So we know how people like to use new technologies, and definitely ONPASSIVE is already viral. And we are ready, as our CEO says, we nail it, and we are nailed, and we are ready to go to conquer the world. So when that happens, we as the founders have to really make sure that we replicate and change humanity, impact it around the globe, and because we've been put here for a reason, and we have to make sure that we're ready for that. And I'm excited to be here, and I'm ready. And I will do my part to change humanity altogether. Thank you so much. I appreciate it to be here. And thanks, I have to thank Ilya because I'm not going to leave. I got to thank my mentor, my great leader, Dr. Bill Williams, who are here just to join us. I have to say hello before I leave. Thank you, guys. It's great to be here.
Thank you. Abdiel Lasso. Thank you for joining us tonight. I know you especially make time for tonight. Yeah, it's good to have you. Do come back every week.
I'll try.
Yeah, thank you. All right, next we have Dr. Benny. Dr. Benny, the floor is yours.
Queen Benny.
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings, my brand ambassadors. Welcome to this incredible webinar. I want to take this special moment to really thank our God for bringing all of us here. He woke all of us this morning, right? Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Our CEO stated that we should not die.
Yes.
So from now to 2 to 5 years, right? We should not die.
Yes.
I want to take this moment to thank our CEO as well. Actually, our God for bringing our visionary to all of us. Our CEO was not selfish, so he decided that he wanted to share this opportunity to all of us. I want to thank Brother Collins, Brother Oliver, Sister Comfort, Brother Kumaran. Thank you, Brother Kumaran. Thank you so much for the presentation. Dr. Derek, I want to thank all those who have spoken before me. And again, I want to say thank you all for coming. When it comes to the preparation, yes, Dr. Derek, you make me to understand, yes, ONPASSIVE was introduced into the world on March the 30th of 2022. I am excited. And as we all know, nobody will ever stop me when it comes to ONPASSIVE, nobody. People always talk about ONPASSIVE, people laugh at me, but this time they will not laugh at me anymore. Now, when it comes to the preparation of ONPASSIVE, what founders should do, yes, our CEO did mention during Lynn Nakamoto live chat that all of us, we should prepare the money. Let me say, if you have 20 accounts, 30 accounts, please make sure you pay for it. Get ready. And he wants us to attend all the webinars. There are, attend webinars that you like to attend. If you think that that you will gain from them, go ahead and attend. If you will not benefit from them, please do not. As we all know that your back office is where you can go to get all the information. Go to your back office, click on the updates. And because most of the time, some people provide us wrong information. A lot of our brand ambassadors, they complain about their data, especially those in Africa. That is why some of them, they don't really attend webinars. But as we all know, it is their problem as well, because when you join a company like this is your business, this is your company. So you have to do what it takes. You have to go out there and borrow the data, whether it is your problem if you don't want to. And Brother Collins told us that we need to focus on you need to go to the ecosystem and focus on the marketplace. Try to know what is happening. And those who have a lot of, let me say, brand ambassador under them, please try to make sure that they migrate into the ecosystem. And if they do, make sure that when the time comes for us to pay for the activation fee, make sure that they do pay for the activation fee, because all of us we are the first customers, right? So if they pay for the activation fee, you should be happy for it. We should make sure we understand what is going on with our ecosystem. That is all I want to say at the moment, but we need to, please, I do have a young guy sent a note to one of our forum and stated that, it seems as if a lot of people have not migrated to the ecosystem. So then he stated that, it is the responsibility of our CEO or ONPASSIVE to migrate the rest of the people. So the first question I asked him, hello, brother, I try to calm myself. Have you migrated to the ecosystem? Since like when you see my name, it says Dr. Benny. I know that people believe that I'm a man. So he said, yes, sir. I said, okay. I said, remember that ONPASSIVE is your business, right? All right. Our CEO or the company does not have to migrate each and every one. This is your business. So if you want to migrate, or anybody who wants to migrate to the ecosystem, they should. If they don't want to, it is their problem. Then he came back and said, thank you, sir. I just said, no problem. So as we all know, this is our company. We need to work hard for ourselves. It is your business. You have to express yourself when you go out there. And again, when it comes to artificial intelligence, we all know that a lot of companies, artificial intelligence started a long time ago, but there is a difference between that company, all those companies, and us. Our CEO will utilize this artificial intelligence to bring more customers into our company. So, and as we all know, it is being secured. I am just proud of our CEO. Please, let's do our best to work harder to take care of our business. We should not be waiting for ONPASSIVE to take care of our business. We all pay that money, and make sure that you go and borrow that money. Go and borrow. Because a lot of people will be complaining that, please, I do have, should I say, one of our founders who make me to understand that, he was asking, how much are we gonna pay for the activation fee? I said, Papa, please, 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 I am not gonna tell you. Can you just wait? Can you just calm down? When the time is right, you will know. And please just go and search for money, and I will express it to each and everyone. Go out there, borrow that money. Remember, the time will come that you will pay. Go to the bank, right? There is something they call a susu. Let's say in Cameroon, Njangi or something like that. You go there, borrow that money. So when the time comes, you'll be able to pay back. So please, I just want to say, I love each and every one. I'm so proud of you guys. You know, if you go to the dashboard, you will notice that like to the old founder, we used to have 1.4,600,000, right? Now we have 1.4,506,000. So what happened with the 94? Some of them decided to leave because they are not patient. As we all know, the patient dog eat the fattest bone. People don't really understand, but let them go. We are going to stay here and we are going to enjoy. At this moment, we want to take this moment again to thank our tech brothers and sisters in Hyderabad and Dubai, our COO, Brother Kamal, Brother Nazel. We want to thank Professor Susan. Thank you so much, Mr. Ashmufare. We love you. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak.
And we love you, Dr. Benny. Really love you. Love you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. When you speak, we are all back to life. Thank you. Okay,
Dr. Derek wants to say something.
Yeah.
My apologies. Let me apologize. Thank you very much. First Lady Queen, Dr. Benny, really appreciate that. But let me apologize. There was a little wrong information that I dispelled earlier. We did not launch on March 30, 2022. March 30 was the first top. Sorry, March 30 was the first top. The first top. The single top. The eye on Dubai when we acquired the floor 134 and 151. That was the first top. And then, of course, we actually, when we started that migration from the old founders to the ecosystem, which was in November 28th, that was actually when we launched, because it was December, I don't remember the exact date, when we had the press conference. Remember that press conference was actually in December, right? So the migration, okay, it was the football, the sponsor of the football, which was November 20, the migration, which that was the launching. Remember, we launched to catch the football fever. So that was a time when we launched to the public. That was how customers were able to come into ONPASSIVE by the ONPASSIVE link, waiting. And in the second week of the World Cup football 2022 in Qatar, remember that it was 103 million persons that actually signed up for the O-meal, right? It was 103 million persons that Ashmufare told us that actually signed into the O-meal, signed into ONPASSIVE using the O-meal. But yes, those persons are now waiting, because we don't know how much the total is after the entire World Cup. That was just 2 weeks into the World Cup. So all of those persons, we are sure of 103 million customers that will be directed to
what are you saying?
On their founders' website in order to now continue with purchasing, because no customer will purchase a product unless they are coming through a founder. So that is sure. So it was actually in November when we actually launched to the public, not March. My apologies.
Okay.
First of all. Two, artificial intelligence is something that we we grow to love. And some people might not even know that these things are artificial intelligence related. So it's become such a part of us now that it's not really much of a big deal. We don't even realize, right? Look at even one of the first item on the program, which was Easy Pass, or those things that you just put on your windscreen, and you know, and when you look over there and you see the line where people have to be paying the money to go through that toll booth, artificial intelligence have those things to read that thing on your windscreen, and you just breeze through. But listen, a lot of people lose their job in New York alone. When Easy Pass was introduced, is 1,500 persons in New York alone that lost their job, never to come back again. And so we grow to love artificial intelligence. Who remember 8-track players and 8-track tape? Who remember cassette? What is cassette? who remember record? LP and 45. Some people say vinyl. Who remember those things? No, because right now everything is digital. Everything is digital. So we're living in a digital world. You'd have your flash drive, you plug it into your USB in your car. People don't even have CD anymore in them car. Flash drive, boom, plug it into your car and you listen music till you die. Or you tune into Siri.
You know.
Or you that is all of that is where artificial intelligence coming. We might not know because we don't need to know. That's my point. We don't really need to know. We just need to know that it works. That's all we need to know. It works. When I put in my flash drive into my car, it play the music. Boom, done, finish. That's it. And I can play music from here to Canada and it works. And, no whatever. So digital world and artificial intelligence, do you ever talk about things like Alexa? Because Alexa now, that's who most people talk with now. Alexa do this, Alexa do that, Alexa turn on my backlight, Alexa turn off my front porch. That's where we are. That is where we are and are heading to in our society today. So artificial intelligence makes the work easier. So I don't need to work no 8 hours and 6 hours and 10 hours and 16 hours and have 5 jobs and 4 jobs. I never even know people have 5 jobs. Can you imagine? You have 5 jobs. I don't even. Oh, that is us. That don't make no sense, right? Slavery has not ended, but with artificial intelligence, slavery is finished if we have the mindset, because it also in the mind, slavery. So let us really capitalize fully, truly, wholly, and solely on the business that we are going to be managing, which is our business, through ONPASSIVE, because ONPASSIVE is now the tool that is going to be used to move our business, do all of the work, the landing page, the rotator if you need all of that, all of those things. So you don't need to set up anything. ONPASSIVE, set up all of that, do all of that. But yes, as Sir Collins and Oliver says, that we need to mine our business. Because if you purchase a McDonald's franchise for $1.3 million US, then you will definitely mine your business. You would have to mine your business because that is 1.3 million. But of course, because it's $97, whatever kind of an attitude. And so the attitude that we are viewing our business in ONPASSIVE, because $97, that's not much. Yes, it's much for some people, but generally speaking, to start a business, that is nothing. Because just to register LLC in the United States, it's $932.50 just to register. All right. So even if you're starting in your garage or you're starting in your backyard or wherever, you need $932.50 to start that business properly with a proper licensing. So $97 can't start any business. And so we are treating this as a $97 business, which you didn't pay $97 for the business. Please understand that. It's we're not understanding a few things, you know. We did not spend $97 for the business. We spent $97 to be a founder in the business. Two different things, okay? And so let us not treat it as a $97. Let us treat it as a billion-dollar industry, as it is. Please, let us really look. So mind your business. Go to webinars, look into your updates, look at videos, look at when I started in 2019, February, there was no video. Well, I heard that there was two, but there was no webinar, there was no YouTube channel, there was no this, there was no that. You know, someone just come to me, my inviter come to me, and me and him, you know, fool around with a lot of, you know, get a lot of money, get, you know, and so on, and lose a lot of money. You have to have money to lose money. And people are fearful of losing money. But listen, you have to lose to win. So there was nothing. Just tell me about it. It was the first technology business that I've ever heard online, and I've been there, done that over 25 years. And it has been a good journey. And this is the best thing since sliced bread. Let us understand what we have and not take it as a $97 business. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Derek. Thank you. Yes, we have Brother Collins, whose hands
Yes,
is up.
thank you. Dr. Derek just fired me up and it was really crazy, really amazing. Dr. Very well done. You know, this statement of $97, that is why people have just undervalued ONPASSIVE. You know, and this really touches me because sometimes we treat it as $97. Whether you come in as you came in, you know, during 2018 and the present, if we want to split it up and say let us divide $97 for 4 years, whatever you come in the time, look at what Ms. Ashmufara have done. It's more than $97. Even to advertise, there are times I ask people, do you know how much advertisement costs in a high street? Say you go to New York, those in America, put a billboard on the high street, how much it costs? It will not be less than $1 million a month. Google it, you'll see it. Because you know, when you go more interior, it is less charge. But when they take it based on the visuality. When people visualize it, they can drive with their car and they can see it. They don't care if people are buying your product or not, because the more, when you put it on the high street, the more people sees it, you pay for that. And that's why a lot of companies, when they put their billboard in 2-3 months, they pull it down because they can't afford it. So it's too costly for them. But we're talking about Burj Khalifa. We're talking about Metro, the only company that's a metro station, landmark ONPASSIVE, 2 floors, Burj Khalifa. We're talking about the partnership with the event center on passive. We're taking over what the United Arab Emirates and even beyond. How many we are talking? We are not talking about tourists. We're talking about business tourists going to Dubai. How many of them? All the CEOs who travel to Dubai, what do they see on passive? They enter the metro on passive. What do they take back to the Western world on passive? And I like Madi Digamo, he said, when you fall from the staircase and you hit your head, the last thing you will see is on passive. Their last memory is on passive because the staircase, they are all on passive. So we shouldn't treat it as a $97 business. This was something charitable. The blessings upon blessing, God gave it to us. Let us take it humbly and gracefully, within our community and spread that love. Because Mr. Ash Mofara never, $97 is symbolic. It is not the price. I think Dr. Ben will bear with me. It was $997, even $1,000. They reduced it because they want everybody to come in. Those who are, ONPASSIVE doesn't look at race, your color, or your days. They just bring everybody. That we put in $97, like the Bible said. Go and bring the rich. They look at it and say, no. Go and bring the cripples, the leopard, the poor, the have and have not. Come in. And what happened? Mr. Ash Mofara shut the door like the way God shut the Ark of Noah. Shut it. Nobody can open. And the flood swept everywhere. That is how ONPASSIVE is. That's how I like ONPASSIVE, because I always put this. I know people will be angry with me. I'm more of a Christian, and I believe in what the higher power, that there is a high authority that hovers over ONPASSIVE. We never choose ourselves. The higher power choose all of us, the 1.5 million, because you don't have to see ONPASSIVE by the side, but from your heart. Those who receive it from their heart, they look at it and said, this is what will change mankind. Because that is when I joined ONPASSIVE, nobody told me, even the person who introduced ONPASSIVE to me, never even explained, he never know. He said, go find that there is something. I lost a lot of money. I've shared this with Dr. Benny. Dr. Benny know my stories. And Brother Oliver, those who are really close to me, they know my stories. But I look at ONPASSIVE. I said, no, that was 2020. Early, the guy shared it 2019. I threw it when COVID time. I joined late because when I lost, I said, Collins, you have lost. So now what will you do? You are working, you put your money on trading. I used to trade on crude oil and stuff like that. Though I'm doing a side job, I gained and I lost. I was really good at trading because I always ask myself, why should you go for an exam with the mindset that you will fail? A lot of people came to ONPASSIVE with the mindset that they will fail because $97. I don't put myself in that position. I put myself that if the only person I always regard in ONPASSIVE like Michael Williams, if he said I will be a billionaire, Michael Williams has only 2 eyes and 2 arms. If he said he will be a billionaire and Dr. Dennis will be a billionaire, I would say I will also be a billionaire. I always put myself in that category. I don't put myself less. You always aim high. Why should you go for an exam with the mindset that you will fail? It's better you don't even go in. Those who came into ONPASSIVE with the mindset that they will fail, that's why they run away. So we should always have that mindset that I will succeed, because Mr. Ashma built this company for all of us to be successful. And there is every reason you should be successful in ONPASSIVE. If you cannot be successful in ONPASSIVE, I promise you, I guarantee you, you can never be successful, because every business out there, they use it to rip you off every day. And those, I always say this, those who have come into ONPASSIVE and they've seen the journey, the pain and the joy. I said with every pain, there is joy, at the end of the tunnel. Those who have missed that joy, that journey, they have missed the joy of ONPASSIVE. Because it's only the journey that can reveal the joy that I went through this process 4 years, 3 years, whatever time you come in. That is the joy, because you cannot reap. The resellers, they will come, they will see only the end. They say, "What, my God, I'm making so much." But do you know that resellers, they can be your number 5 or number 20 or number this in their organization. And you look at them and say, if they are making this amount, how much am I making for doing nothing? Ash made this, as Dr. Berry said, hands-free. You don't need to know the technology. You're not sweating, because some founders, when you explain to them, they say, by God, you told us that it's all done for you. Why should I be clicking that button? My goodness, they will never come and tell you this is a check. They put it in your letterbox. This is your check. Go and cash it. Even the check, you have to go to your bank to deposit the check. That is a job. The check will not ever write. Even if the money is in your bank account, you have to still do something. Go and punch, your password. If not, the scammers will take your money. You have to still punch that password to receive your money. So whether you like it or not, you will still do something. But we are saying, Mr. Ashford have taken that heavy load, that code, that understanding, that complexity of ONPASSIVE for you to be able to receive it, so you can have time and financial freedom to serve your community. That's humanity, to help others. There are times I say in webinar, if Mr. Ashford would have built this company for us to make our money go and sleep, he would say, you know what? I will be the richest man. After all, Elon Musk is there. They are all his family empire. But he said, you know what? I want to give back to humanity what humanity have given back to me. That's what Mr. Alvarez said. I want to make the world a better place. I want to leave this world in a better shape that I came into it. And he said, there is a profound joy for you to give than to receive. When you give to the community, people knows you for what you've done, not for what is in your bank account. That's what you'll be known. But I like the Bible. I always go by scriptures. He said, the good of a man is written on the surface of what? Waters. So when the wind blows, it wipes everything. But when you do a simple mistake, everybody will count you, because you'll be written on a pillar of salt, of a block, put it in the city center for everybody to read. So sometimes I always said, ONPASSIVE is not judged by time, it's judged by value. When people think about, oh, Mr. Ashford came out and said, we will do this, Mr. Ashford, as Oliver said, Mr. Ashford is a messenger. Though he's a CEO, he's a messenger. He comes and gives us the message of what the tech team have said. And sometimes they can do something, then they discover something. They discover something, say, oh, my goodness, we've discovered this, we cannot put it out. There is a system that goes through software development. You pass through the development, you go through the QA, then you put it, and then the corporate can see it and say, yeah, we are happy with it. If it doesn't pass through the QA, there is no way they can put their signature on it. QA, you cannot pass without QA, because you pass through without QA, you will fail 100%. That's why Mr. Ambrose said, things came up and the QA said, you know what, no, we cannot go out. He is the CEO, the owner of the company. He said, no, if the QA says fail, let's continue. And I love our CEO because he has a thick skin, man of integrity. I cannot put rubbish. If you cook your food, you cannot eat it. How do you expect the guests to eat it? If there is too much salt and you said too much, it is too much, how can you serve that food to your own guests? We are founders. If we cannot eat our own food, how do we expect others, those who are coming, 1.5 billion, to eat our food? I would prefer to eat my food. If those customers come in, they cannot eat it, I will be proud of our food. I know I have good food I can eat myself. So that is what we founders must be thinking. We shouldn't set it on time. We should look at it and put ourselves, especially those who are developing the software for us. They have families, they have their own problem, they have their responsibility, they are human beings. They didn't fall from sky. They are just the same like all of us. Dr. Derek, Dr. Benny, Brother Oliver, they have their own challenges. If you try to make them, you will break them. You tell them to work 17 hours, 18 hours, let me tell you, they need time to rest, even to sleep, and wake up, have fresh mind to continue. But good enough, we have somebody like our CEO, Mr. Ashford, who is there to guide them, to say, no, this is the time for you to go to bed. You need to relax with your family, your children, your wife, and all of those things. Get up and then take a fresh start. And we really need to appreciate that everything is being done on our behalf. Ask yourself this question. If there was no ONPASSIVE, you would have continued your own job. There is something for us to hope for. There is something for us to hope for. If my CEO is doing everything, penalizing me, I know there is a hope somewhere on passive. I know there is something that will take me off my busy schedule where I have to, in UK, we have 25 days holiday. In a year, we have only 25 days. So if I take my 25 days in a month, then it's over for me. I have to work the rest of my life. That is it. It's finished for me. And sometimes some company will tell you have to take only 1 week. So you split it out. But now we have something we are hoping for on passive that will give us that time and financial freedom, where I will not be sleeping again, sleepless night, all of those things. I will sleep and then go out and do good. Which one will you prefer? I told a lot of founders, which one will you prefer? Go out and work until you die, like Warren Buffett said. If you don't find time to make money, to have financial freedom, you will work until you die. Which one will you prefer? If God has given you 25 years for you to live, 10 years more, and ONPASSIVE said, I will take 1 year of that time to build it, or 2 years of that time, will you wait for 2 years, or will you say, no, I don't want ONPASSIVE, I will go and work for 25 years or the rest of my life and die? Because there are times that is coming. Times are really hard, and they said, don't pray for time to be easy. Pray that no matter how difficult it is, I will get better in that difficulties. Now we are praying for ONPASSIVE to take that burden, that freedom, that difficulty, so we can have the easy way to get our life shaped up, and that the things that we've not done in our life, there are people who have wasted their time, they can use that time to enjoy their life. And the days that you've suffered, you will never remember it again. The days that you have suffered, even if 1 year, you can enjoy 1 year of your life, you've lost 25 years. That 1 year of enjoyment, it will compensate everything. And ONPASSIVE is coming to give us that time. Are you ready to take it, wait, and allow Mr. Ashmufara to do it? Because we paid $97, they have not charged us anymore. And he said, I never asked you to have multiple accounts. I asked you to have only one account, because they are all digital and physical products. But we took upon ourselves, even including me, greediness to have multiple accounts. Will I blame Mr. Ashmufara for that? No, I will not blame him. It is my own greediness, because I look at my community and my responsibility. I know if I have multiple accounts, I will bless others. So I cannot blame Mr. Ashmufara for having multiple accounts, for spending this time. But the only thing I will pray is that the solution should come out perfectly, so that when it hit the market, we'll all be smiling in our bank account, looking at our bank account and saying, my goodness. And the days of waiting will never be remembered. The days of joy. Honestly, if you put time and suffering, when the joy comes, you forget your day of suffering. You always forget. You will never remember the days that you suffered. And those who come, they will never know the journey. But only us founders understand the journey of ONPASSIVE. And I want to thank Dr. Derrick for saying a lot of things, because it just stimulated my brain, and Brother Oliver, Dr. Benny, and all those who speak, make me to remember this and said, never you put time. Mr. Ashmufara can come and say, tomorrow or 3 days or 4 days, please always push it. Just say, when we see it, we'll celebrate. Don't put time, because all those times, they are all estimation. It's just the tech team always give an estimation. This is something that's never been done before. It is organic, created from scratch. It is difficult. They learn as they go. They build the software, they learn as they go. If there's a mistake, they fix it and they continue. So we cannot hold them, because they are just humans like all of us. We just have to learn. Ask yourself, when you are asking this question, why is it taking this time? Ask yourself, how much have I learned on ONPASSIVE? How many webinars have I attended? How many questions have I asked to get clarification about ONPASSIVE? That's what we should be doing. So by the time it comes out, they will never wait for you. They will just kick on, because now it's not about us. It's about the technology hitting the market, the 5.5 billion internet users. And that is what we have to be hitting. That as it is now, let us learn, because we have webinars now, have those, leaders who can really explain things. They will never be there for long. There are times that you call Dr. Derrick, will tell you, I have to manage so many accounts. Wait, when I finish this, I'll get back to you. You call Dr. Benny, oh, wait, Brother Oliver, all of this comfort, even our leaders here, Mabel, you know, Jenny, you know, even Kumaran, they will call you, say, no, let me solve this, my family problem before coming to you. That is the truth. We just have to be sincere to ourselves. We have it now because there is freedom, but when that time comes, we'll take 1 month or 2 weeks to solve our own internal problem before we start to help founders. This is the time you have to learn it. Come to webinar, go to every webinar and learn, ask your question. If they say something, bring your question, what you write. There are a lot of founders to answer your question. So that's why I will leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Brother Colin.
Thank you.
Yes.
We are
Thank
so
you much.
enriched tonight.
Yeah. We're so glad you're here with us tonight. Thank you so much. Okay, Dr. Benny, your hands is up.
Yes, please. I know. Yes, Brother Collins, you have spoken. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the reason why I raise my hands up is because, you know, like a lot of founders, let me say something. Before each and every founder or brand ambassador join ONPASSIVE, you guys had a job, right? You had a job. That means like a 9 to 5 job, or those who work in a group home, 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. You guys have the job, right? So I don't expect any brand ambassador to be angry that we are wasting time. Do not. And if you're angry, please don't come towards me. Do not come towards me. A lot of founders, again, they don't know that ONPASSIVE is an IT company. They are not IT because they don't really understand. Their expectation is too high. They need to stop it. I am talking right now. Do not pressure our CEO. If you guys understand the system development life cycle of a project, a product or solution, or anyway, if you want to build a house, you have to start from somewhere, right? So I don't expect you to get angry. So just like Brother Oliver stated, that every 2 weeks we have a sprint, right? Now, where I used to work, we do have developers. And then most of the time, every day, we have like 15 minutes. They will talk about what they have done, right? And whenever some of them say, oh, they have completed their task. Okay, you have completed your task. Yes, 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 you did. Now, how did you do it? I want to see proof, like documentation wise. But anyway, when it comes to ONPASSIVE, I am telling all our brand ambassador, I want you guys to listen carefully. Do not pressure our CEO. Our tech brothers and sisters, they are working so hard to make us happy. Like I say again, do not pressure him. Thank you. That's all I want to say.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Yeah, who else would like to speak? Anybody else would like to speak? Dr.
Dr. Bill.
Dr. Bill, yeah.
Waiting for you, Dr. Bill.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr.
I've been waiting for you. So refreshing to hear you guys this morning. Thank you for all showing up and being present and staying here. Singapore's got my heart, you know that. I got 4 words I want to share today. Hello, Michelle Kamstra. I want to just say a word or two about each of these 4 words and not take too long. But I thought first thing is that nature abhors a vacuum. In other words, if you take something away, it's going to be filled back in quickly. And that's what happens on webinars too. You know, say, for instance, Mabel and I step back and don't talk for the majority of a webinar. What happens? Good people fill in and start to take and give and project. And it just adds to what is already a good thing. So I've enjoyed listening today to our speakers, the OTech stars. They're always good. Whenever you see them, happen to show up on the Singapore webinar today, and it's like, breath of fresh air coming to Singapore. We always love them. and our standards, Dr. Derek, Dr. Benny. You know, the people that join in and add to are valuable. And that's the joy I have of being a leader, seeing other leaders step up and take over and make things better, improve what we already started. So, and then Kumaran, of course, leading the way. This is his week. I think we have a good system going on where we bring stars to light. So that's the first word. And speaking of the word, I said if we need it, he'll make it. And if it's not on passive, you don't need it.
Mm.
Well, in terms of the word, if it hasn't been said today, it's not important. If it hasn't been said today, what you heard on this webinar, if you didn't hear it, then there's nothing more that needs to be said. 360 degrees of what's important was said today. And so you don't need to go and search for the meaning of life anymore. You heard it today. So, hey, you know, that's where it is. Such a good variety of speakers covered everything that's needed in ONPASSIVE to be successful. So I suggest this recording be made public if possible, so that we can share that among other founders, particularly. A lot more depth, a lot more information shared from the heart. And when the heart speaks, you know, the ears listen. That's the key about speaking and oration, is those who speak from the heart get more listeners. We certainly had that today. I want to see if I can share a chart, just a quick little word here. So I'm going to try to share the screen here if I can. Yeah. Can you see this picture?
Yes.
Amazon and Walmart?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I want to project into the future. You know, this chart is about Walmart's e-commerce business growing like Amazon's did in 2007 over a period of 5 years. What Amazon did back in 2007 to 2011, Walmart is doing now over the last 4 years, from 2019 to today. That means that they are evolving and following the trends. Well, imagine a green line on top of this, 2023 to 2027, and the same chart, the same slope, you might say, of the increase of ONPASSIVE with e-commerce, O-Market and O-Commerce and O-Shop. Think about those products being physical product sales laid on top of this, going from 5 billion to 15 billion. Is that possible? I definitely think it is, because as we grow as a company, we're going to add the physical products in from ONPASSIVE that we produce, but we'll also, through the O-Commerce and the O-Market, we'll actually add all other products in that will flow through ONPASSIVE. If that's the case, and we have a financial structure that actually rewards us for those, then we have potential that equals Amazon and Walmart just in physical products. So I just wanted to share that potential benefit. And I don't know that that's going to happen, but I have a feeling that we are standing on a place that has that much possibility. And the last thing I wanted to share today was a word about what I did yesterday. I went to a funeral. My second cousin passed away at age 90, led a full life, and his eulogy was by his children and grandchildren and many friends and pastors that knew him. He had a beautiful life, a full life, and he was one who sat with the presidents, and he was an inventor. He was a business tycoon. He was a multi-millionaire. And he was the most generous person that anyone in our area knows or has ever known. He was a man who would be very similar to what you think of as far as Ashton Mafara, as far as his generosity and his goodwill towards others. And so the eulogy kind of painted the picture of this second cousin, Jimmy Williams. And he said, the people in the eulogy said that they shared a love for mankind and they were generous with everyone, no matter who they were, where they came from. And it just sounded to me like this opportunity is for all of us presented through ONPASSIVE to be like Jimmy. You know, we may not be a 100 millionaire right now, but that doesn't say we won't. We may not be a thousandaire even right now, but that doesn't mean we won't. But once we start to be in that mindset of I'm successful and I will share with the world what I received, whatever level it comes to, then we can say we're a success, and then we can sit back and enjoy the fruits. But in the end, you know, when it's all said and done, what people say about you at your eulogy is probably the most important thing that you can think about as you go along. What will be your epitaph? What will be the last thing people say on earth about you on that day? And I have a feeling that most of the ONPASSIVEans listening here will have a beautiful eulogy that is glowing and based on good works and charity that they did during their life on earth, and that they have blessed assurance that they will be leaving behind them a legacy that is most beautiful. So that's the word today, and I want to bless all of you guys with the most abundance, and everything else you've heard today, I put my stamp of approval on it and say, I can't wait for tomorrow because it may be a great day.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Bill.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bill. As usual, when you come in, you always bless us with good words, kind words, and of course, your knowledge as well. Thank you so much. Okay, now it's 11:14 p.m. in Singapore. So who would like to have the last words before we close for the night? Anybody else? Okay, we have Miss
Nestico.
Nestico. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yeah, oh, it's all right, my lovey. However it comes, I really don't mind. But thank you so much. I just honestly, like you said, there's no way I can say after everybody has said an amazing thing. It's my first time coming to the webinar. I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for the wonderful, wonderful webinar you put together. And thank you for everyone that spoke well and wisdom. And we are blessed, you know, we're in a blessed place. We're all blessed together. So I just wanted to say thank you so much. Like Dr. Benny says, I love you all. It's always lovely. And it's my first time, so yay.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Nesteso. Nesteso. Is that right?
Netesco. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do come again.
Welcome. Yeah. It's good to have you here with us. Yeah. It may be your first time, but don't make it the last time. Yeah. Do come back.
Thank
yeah.
you.
We'll see you again. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. We have Brother Collins and Sister Debbie. So who would like to go first, and then who wants to close for the night?
I'll leave Sister Debbie to go first, and then I'll come last.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Miss Debbie, please go ahead.
Greetings to you all. I just wanted to say hello and welcome to all those who are joining us today for the first time. I did not want to leave without welcoming them. and to thank them for their time and for hanging around with us. And with that, I will say we love you all. Thanks for being with us, and we hope to see you again. And good night to those who are going to bed. Thank you very much. Over to you, Brother Collins. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you.
Sister Debbie.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. Good to
Debbie
see
has
you.
been with us almost right from the beginning. Thank you, Debbie.
Oh, that's great. You know, you need,
Yeah.
nice people like that. You know, she is one of
Yeah.
the great leaders running a lot of, webinars, which is really, really good. So I think the last word, I know I chose the last, is just about ONPASSIVE, and we just really need to emulate the heart of Mr. Ashmufara, because he said if poverty doesn't eradicate humanity, humanity will eradicate poverty. So that's the tool, that's the thing he said. So we need to be up to our game. But I just want to thank everyone, and the viewers, the founders, and those who will be watching, future resellers and customers, that ONPASSIVE is real. Though I wasn't the guest speaker, but I pray that maybe if there is a time I'll be a guest speaker, there's a topic which I really love and I have in mind. Because it's not about, yeah, the technology is more important. Everything is so sweet, functionality great. But as a founder, what you should be doing as a founder, because you own a business in ONPASSIVE. And that's a topic for another day. So that founders should know what they should be doing. Because we said all of us are leaders, whether you come in 2018 or you are the last founders. I think our brother Bob really know the last person who joined ONPASSIVE from India. He always mentioned the name. I didn't know it, but he always mentioned the two last person before they shut down. These people are still founders, because that is the biggest joy, to say I'm the last person, and this will go down in Guinness Book of Record, maybe history, that I joined in before they shut the door. Though they open, like, you need to bring out all those pending founder, Ashmufara brought them in to say, oh, let's share, but we know they still shut them down. But what we need to do as founders, that is the biggest thing that is in my heart. I always go to webinars. I said, I will not talk about technology. I'm techie, but I don't want to talk about technology, because ONPASSIVE is not built based on what we know. It's what we can do as founders. Because at the end of the day, I will not be building the software. I will not be testing it. Everything, all that thing have been taken away from me. What will I do to be successful? And bear in mind that there are founders who came in last because they listened to the voice. They sat behind. They never project themselves. They will do better than some of us who've come in and we put ourselves in front and we hold webinars, because they listen, they take down notes. They write, they know what is right and what is wrong. They know what they should be doing. And I was saying in this webinar, I'm from Cameroon origin, UK citizen as well. I call a friend in Cameroon. He's very wealthy, very, very wealthy in my town. He's really wealthy. We're together when I was studying in Holland. I introduced him in ONPASSIVE. It's a guy who is not well educated. This is the question they asked me when I talk about everything. He said, Collins, you've not landed. I said, what do you need to know? He said, when you come down to my level, I will answer you. He's a businessman, business mindset. I said, so what do you want to know? Tell me what I will be doing as a founder to make money. Don't tell me about Burj Khalifa. I've watched that. I've watched all of that. I've watched the train station, double top, triple top. I enjoy it. But now I'm on my own. Tell me what I should be doing as a founder so I can optimize and make the money that Mr. Ashmufara promised for us. He said this statement. Mr. Ashmufara is up there shaking the apple tree. It's falling. I want to know my basket. Is it a large size basket or a small size basket? I said, no, the apples are too many. Even if you have a big size basket, you cannot collect everything, because the 1.5 million founders cannot even collect everything. Resellers cannot collect everything. What should tell me? And I explained that. What he said, now you have landed. Now I understand what I should be doing. And I believe maybe if I come here next time, I want to tell founders the truth. And when Mr. Ashmufara answered you know, the lady who asked the question. I understand what Ms. Alva was doing because I've been preaching that. I said, you know what? I will preach it until whether you like it or not. Whether you are a founder or you are a leader, you don't understand this thing. There are founders who sit behind the scene. They know what to do. They will make much apple than those who put our face. And I thank God that this thing is just in my brain and I want to share it out. We need to know what we should be doing to make that apple, because at the end of the day, you'll be on your own, you and your family. You know, we need to know why Ms. Alva is shaking all of that, contacting, doing that, building the system, no branding, marketing. Is about shaking that apple tree to calm down so we can take our basket, go and fetch what we can fetch. And that is the fetching I want to teach. I'm part of the fetching, that this is how you fetch to get as much apple as possible. So that will be for next time.
Let's fish it next Thursday.
Yeah.
Mr. Collins, Manna, you are cordially, warmly invited to speak to us next Thursday.
Yes.
We hit the iron while it's hot and let's fish next week.
Yes.
Please come. Shall we make it next week with you? You shall be the main speaker. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm happy.
Okay, great. Everyone who will hear it next week, Collins Manna,
next week.
is going to inspire us. Wonderful. Thank you.
I'll bring my basket.
Yeah.
When and how they do things, because they know far more than we.
Who is speaking?
John.
John, you want to speak?
I was just going to say, hey, I'm glad you may come back.
Yeah,
look what I got
John, thank you. Thank you for being the matchmaker.
Thank you, Brother Colin.
Oh, and also,
we appreciate you.
How about Oliver? How about Oliver Fonte? How about Oliver dropped in with us today too? How about that?
Yeah.
Is Oliver Fonte still around? No.
He left because of work, but he can come back.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And
Collins will bring us more leaders.
Yes.
Collins will continue to bring to enrich us.
Yes.
And should we end, Jeannie? But before we end, I would like Kumaran to say how he feels about this wonderful meeting today that he presented.
Okay.
How is it, Kumaran? You like it? You love it?
It's one of the best Singapore webinar we enjoyed today. So okay, the closing, I will let me do the closing because my avatar want to speak.
Okay. Okay.
Mabel, you can continue. I will do the last bye-bye.
We're waiting for your avatar.
We are waiting for you.
The avatar want to say the last word.
Yeah, but thank you everyone, Collins, for coming and for coming back next week to continue to inspire us and reach us with the apples and the fishing. Thank you, John Barilla, for bringing Collins here, highlighting Passion Global. Yes. Dr. Bill, thank you for coming into today, and Debbie for welcoming. This is your webinar, Debbie. Thank you. And all those guests who have spoken, inspire us, and even Pakesh wanted to speak, but I think he has left. Chris, thank you. One day, Chris, I will do a summary. I know you kind of missed a few, and then you join us at Mindset 7. I will attempt to summarize and then put all things together with all the inspiration and gems that we have heard the last many weeks. So,
God willing. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. And then
yeah, tonight we have Michelle with us as well. Michelle.
Yes, Michelle comes from.
Yeah, Michelle, thanks for coming back. We see you more often. Yeah. Yeah, and of course Dr. Benny, who has also been with us every Thursday. Thank you very much, Dr. Benny.
Yes,
for your support. Yeah.
We want to acknowledge if Francis Tay is still around, Thank you for joining us.
Francis,
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Francis Day is
yeah,
still around.
Francis,
Yes. Francis, show your
Hi,
face.
Francis. Thank
And
you for being around. And
Hoy,
then,
Miss Ng.
yeah, thank you, Francis. You want to say anything, Francis? No. Okay, we have Choju as well, Miss Choju.
Okay.
Oh, she's no longer around. Yeah. Okay, is your avatar ready, Kumaran?
Of course, Dr. Derek. Yes, Dr. Derek. Thank you.
Oh, yes, Dr. Derek.
Yes.
One of our anchor.
On behalf of the Passion Singapore team, I would like to say thanks to our speakers Bro Colin, Dr. Derek Sis Comfort, Sis Messiah Sis Yasmin Brother Oliver, John Burillo, Dr. Bill William, and the rest of the ambassadors from around the world. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Good night, good morning, bye-bye.
That's cool, Kumaran.
What can we say?
Thank you
Never
so
fail
much.
to amaze us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kumaran. Kumaran is resourceful, committed. He is full-time in ONPASSIVE, and he has a big dream to fulfill. So all of us. So thank you, Jeannie. Jeannie, you want to close us or?
Yeah.
So
You can do the closing.
I do the closing. I'm
You do the
closing
closing.
already.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's okay. Thank you, everyone. We see each other next Thursday, and remember, it will be Collins, Manna from UK, Cameron, who will be inspiring us, enriching us. See you all next week. Great.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Appreciate all of you.
Good night,
Yeah.
all.
Good night.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
John.
Benny. Thank you, John.
God bless you, Dr. Benny.
Indeed, it's